There are evenings after school I could spend the entire night on Facebook. Last night was not one of them. Social media can often become a cesspool of misinformation, fake news, sensationalism. We often get articles from parody news websites, and we have to really pay close attention to the finer detail, because sometimes you're really not sure if it's the truth or not. I have to give some context to what I'm about to talk about. A couple of nights ago, the school board announced its major school change phase, and that involves certain schools restructuring, merging, changing locations, and yes, closing in some cases. It happens. The reality in which we live here in our province, the English eligibility is on the decline, and in general, there are fewer kids. People aren't procreating as much as they used to. And as much as it would be entertaining for someone to go into a person's bedroom and say, hey, can you have more English kids for us? I don't think that's going to happen. Let that imagery, stew a bit. Our school board announced that Burling Academy was part of that major school change process. We have been made aware of this situation already. Our school has undergone steps to restructure, revamp our programs in order to reflect the realities of our students. When I see certain media talking about how our school is going to close, part of me wants to rage hard, like really hard, because you're basically spreading falsehoods. Our school is not closing. It is still very, very open and will remain open next year. It will only close if there is complete apathy and indifference. I know in a way those news articles are promoting interest, attention to our cause. Alumni, members of the community, parents, and students will fight for the school. But if they start off with the idea that the school is going to close, then that's going to be the mindset. We have to start with the positive. The school will remain open. We will restructure. I could easily spend 20, 30, 40 minutes talking about how the reality of our students is very much unique to our neighborhood and our town. But then it's the same for other schools as well. To send our students to another school, I don't think it would be the best fit for them. But to announce the demise of a school before even recognizing that other measures are being taken, that's just spreading negativity. What's even worse is that there are people who are profiting from that negativity. There are people who claim that they are taking action for the benefit of our school, when in fact it is only putting more attention on themselves. And that's that to say that it pisses me off is a euphemism. To have someone who will profit from negativity is very insulting to my values, to my perception of what this place is. And it'll be the same for any school. You want your school to thrive. You want your school to survive. And as much as media outlets will help to a certain extent shed light on a situation, on a problematic that maybe the average citizen is not aware of, they don't show the whole picture. They don't show the fact that our staff has basically been meeting more or less regularly since the beginning of the year to come up with a new program to restructure the school. Never once did we talk about closing the school. Students are even involved in this process because ultimately they are going to be benefiting from this program. I don't like using the word fake news, but in this case, it really much applies. Our school is not closing. Maybe it will eventually, but right now it's not closing. So I would appreciate it, internets, that we stop thinking that this school will close. It is not the plan. If eventually it will, it's not because we didn't put up a fight.